Hello, and welcome to episode 557 of the show. Today, we're going to look at newsjacking and how we can use that to create content that you can use to promote your business. Now, what is newsjacking? That's just using current events in the news and also on social media to create material, to create content that is likely to be read and to be shared, and trying to use that to promote your business or your expertise. Now, this is intended to solve the problem that a lot of people have when they wake up every day and they wonder, what am I going to create today to post on TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, what else? Instagram, LinkedIn. What am I going to do today to put it out there to show the world that I exist and this is my expertise and that I'm open for business? So, newsjacking is one of the solutions that folks have come up with to take advantage of current events on social media to promote the business. Now, this is not something that is new because it's been done time and time again, even in traditional media. That's back in the days of analog TV and newspapers. But it's something that has found easy application in the days of social media. So, is this something that is worth giving a try? Well, you know my attitude on this podcast. If you want to give it a go, then give it a go. So, if you're going to give it a go, then how do we go about implementing newsjacking ideas? Well, first of all, we need to take a current event, one that we think is, what will I say, catchy and exciting, that people are going to be interested in and to share. So, for current events, I've come up with two. Well, it's not a current event anymore because the World Cup is over. But while the World Cup was going on, there was lots of buzz around it. I mean, even for those of us who don't watch football, because I'm not a football person. I did play football in primary school. I also did a little bit of basketball, volleyball, table tennis. I could play all sports, but I never really took a liking to any of them. But now I'm trying to improve my chess. Yeah, I know chess is not a sport, so let's not even get into that whole argument that what is chess? Is chess a sport or not? So anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah. So even for those of us who don't watch football, while the World Cup was going on, I mean everybody was going on and on about the World Cup. So you turn on the radio, there's the World Cup. Is Messi doing this? Is Argentina doing that? What are the prospects? Oh, it's a pity Nigeria didn't qualify. Blah blah blah. TV was the same thing. Social media, everybody talking. This is my team. That, this, and this, and that, and that. So the World Cup, that was big. That was huge, and there were lots of businesses that were trying to build content on that fact. The whole World Cup mania, and then the second one, Kanye West. I think Kanye West is kind of current even now because I heard yesterday that his lawyers have decided not to represent him anymore because of some of the comments that he's been making that they find reprehensible, and they've not been able to find him to because he won't answer his phone, he won't pick up his emails. Sorry, the other way around. He won't reply to his emails and he won't pick up a phone. So the lawyers have not been able to tell him that, hey guy, we don't want to work with you anymore. So they had to put the letter in the newspaper. Well, that's what I heard anyway over the radio. And then some of his comments that he made in the past about Jews, let's see, what else, some comments on slavery, things like that. So I'd say that, yeah, Kanye West is one of those buzzy topics right now that if you want to newsjack, you can... you can hop on that bandwagon. So the World Cup, even though that's not trendy anymore because the World Cup is over, and then Kanye West. So let's see how we can use that in real world examples. So now what you're trying to do is to take this current event, and then the next thing is to tie it into a specific aspect of your business or a certain specialty. Now with a little bit of creativity, you see how this applies. So let's say that you are a baker, then obviously one obvious idea would be football themed cakes. You could come up with pictures from birthday parties that you did in the past where the mom or the dad requested football themed cakes, and you can use that to showcase your specialty. So I think Messi's team, is Messi Argentinian? Anyway, let me just keep quiet so that other guys don't blast me for not being a real man and knowing the ins and outs of what's going on in the world of football. So, whatever country that Messi is from, let's say there's somebody who requested a cake for a club that Messi has played in, or Messi's nationality, then in the build up, in the buzz, when Messi's country was supposed to be playing, this could have been a good way to newsjack. You would have put up the picture of the Messi themed cake, or the Messi nationality themed cake, or the Messi club themed cake. You're showcasing your specialty, but then you're also saying a little bit about football, and people are going to get the picture. That yep, you're a baker, you're knowledgeable, you know what's going on, you have an opinion on football, but damn, you also have good cakes, because that picture, the cake that you made with the statue of Messi on top, that looks realistic, or the one where you baked a cake, and those picture cakes where you find a way to put people's faces on cakes with Messi's face there, that look realistic, or the one where you show cakes that that were built around clubs that Messi has played in, and you get the logos right or stuff like that. I mean, there's lots of ways that you can go about this. That you can put up your cakes, and you are showcasing your specialty, that your sugar craft is on point, your design work is on point, and then stuff like that. And then on the Kanye West angle, for instance, you could put up some of your cakes, maybe on Instagram, with one of those small posts about the authenticity of your cakes and how you keep consistency of flavors and stuff like that. Unlike Kanye West, who seems to be flopping on this issue and that issue and that issue. And then maybe at the end there might be a coy call to action, like, for consistent taste and flavors and authenticity. Pick us, give us a call. Don't call other bakers because they flip flop like Kanye West. Trying these flavors today, trying that flavors tomorrow, and so you can't expect to get a consistent flavor or consistent quality from them. So anyway, this is not what I'm going to recommend that you do if you are a baker. This is just an example to show that newsjacking is a strategy that can be used no matter what it is that is in the news cycle or in the social media cycle. So if it's a sporting event, there's possibilities there. If it's a scandalous celebrity and racial tension or whatever, there's also possibilities there, even if you are a baker. And of course, it also applies for those of you who are in service-based industries as well. So let's say you are a lawyer, then World Cup season might have been a good idea for you to start putting up pieces on LinkedIn or wherever you share your content about issues of talent management and scouting and things like that. From a legal perspective, you could have been putting stuff like that up on your blog and or whatnot, and that would put out that would be another way of showcasing your specialty in your legal practice, that you're also very good when it comes to crafting contracts for talent management, talent promotion, things like that. And that might be a big deal in nations like Nigeria, where lots of parents currently, at least in the primary school system in Abuja and in Lagos, there are football camps here and there, some of them even run by former national football team members. So there are people who are putting up their kids in these football camps because they think the children have talent, and then some people think that it's also a viable career alternative, especially given the fees that footballers seem to make. So this would be a nice way of showcasing your specialty as a lawyer. Show that yes, while you are trying to get some extracurricular activities for the kids, if you're considering a professional future for your kids in football, then perhaps you should be speaking to me as a lawyer, so that we can tie down this aspect of their remuneration, or protect them contractually through this and through this and through that. Anyway, I think I've given enough examples, and I think you guys get the picture that for bakers or for lawyers, you can use newsjacking to promote your business. And then the final thing to do is to share and to promote that content, because if you create this thing, you put it on your website, you put it on your Instagram, that's okay, but it's not a given that people are going to read that. So you have to share and to promote. So Madam Baker, you put the pictures up on your Instagram, you take that link, you put that in your WhatsApp handle, and you share from there. or if it's on your cake baking blog or whatever, you take that link, you put it in your LinkedIn, you share it a couple of people on your WhatsApp. Let's see what else. You tweet out the link or tweet out the pictures. You have to share and promote, because it's not a given that because this is something that is currently trendy and exciting, it doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to read it. So you have to share and promote. It's part of the business cycle that whatever we are putting out to promote the business, we actually have to share and promote. Now, is newsjacking a good idea? Maybe. There's some of you who say it is. Some of you say it's not. I don't think it's a viable strategy because it has a couple of downfalls. Number one, it's very gimmicky. So you're going to find yourself, let's say you're the baker or you're the lawyer. So today you're going to be writing about football. Tomorrow is going to be Kanye West. Next tomorrow you could be talking about Big Brother. And then next week you could be talking about Tonto Dike, if she's in any controversy. And then the week after that, you might be talking about the Legislative House in Nigeria because of budget padding. And then maybe after that, you could be the week after that, you could be talking about the war in Ukraine. And then you get the picture. You just be writing, the writing just seems all over the place. So it's rather gimmicky. And even if you do it creatively, perhaps you run the risk of not showing a consistent brand image, brand tone, brand voice. So it can come across as rather gimmicky. Now, another problem with newsjacking is that everybody has caught on with the newsjacking thing. So even though I don't like football and I'm not interested in football, my social media was overwhelmed with football during the World Cup because everyone was newsjacking. Even people who make, okay, well, for that one, it makes sense because I was going to say even people who make garments, clothes, who handle visual elements of branding. So everyone was hopping in on the World Cup thing. So you open up your social media, your potential customer opens up the social media, and as they scroll, it's just the same sea of sameness. Everybody's talking about the same thing. So if Kanye West is really popping now, or back when Donald Trump was popping, everybody talking about Donald Trump, everybody talking about World Cup, or everybody talking about Buhari. It's all the same. And the whole point of trying to stand out in the first place gets lost. And I think the funny thing is, at times like that, people like me who do not newsjack, then we now stand a better chance of being visible, because everybody you're scrolling through and it's World Cup, World Cup, World Cup, World Cup, World Cup, and like, oh, Tavishima put something out. Oh, what's that? Because what Tavishima wrote about is different. There's a sea of World Cup, and so because of that, folks like me who don't newsjack, perhaps we stand the chance of standing out. Then finally, I think it's not sustainable. You can't do it over the long haul because, quite frankly, there's just not enough controversy to last you the whole year that you can newsjack on. It's not just possible that right now we're in 2023. It's not just possible that 2023 is going to be that year of controversy that for every single week, for 52 weeks of the whole year, you're going to have enough controversy that will give you content that you can news jack on. It's just not possible. So if that's your strategy or your sole strategy, then you're in trouble. So the solution is not that hard. What you have to do is to maintain a constant and consistent content calendar. Oh, sorry, too much alliterativeness. That's for you. So basically, you need to have your spreadsheet, your jotter, your wherever it is that you have your content ideas. You need to maintain that, constantly throwing up new things, promo ideas that you can use all the time, and always keep publishing from there, so that even if you want to newsjack and do something about World Cup or Kanye West or Buhari or Tinubu. Tinubu seems to be in the news a lot these days because of his presidential campaign. He's one of the presidential aspirants for Nigeria. Apologies to my non-Nigerian listeners. That's some inside lingo there. So maintain a constant calendar that you can run through all the time. So once in a while you stop and you write something about Buhari, but then you get back to your regular stuff. And then maybe Kim Kardashian does something stupid, and then you join the bandwagon and you write something about Kim Kardashian. You newsjack on Kim Kardashian, but then you get back to your regular stuff. And then the elections are coming up in 40-something days, in Nigeria anyway. And then you hop there and you jump on that bandwagon, and then you come back again. And that way you get the best of both worlds. Hopefully, you get a couple of stuff go viral or shared widely. And then you also have your regular stuff that you use to promote your business. So that's it. That's an intro pretty much of what newsjacking is. If you guys want to find out some more about the strategy, how to implement it, just use the interwebs, just hit the Google machine, and you'll be able to find out lots of stuff that you need to know. So Google, YouTube, and all that good stuff. So thanks for listening to episode 557. I'll catch you guys at the next episode.